Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB preview show for today, the 9th of August. Obviously, we took the day off yesterday, which is good because the touch and go plays didn't really come in. We've had a couple of shocking days, but there are a lot of plays today, and there's some of them that I absolutely love. So I'm going to start with the White Sox and the Royals. Chris Sale is up for the Sox today. He's been pitching as well as ever. He was a hard luck loser in a complete game performance as the Sox lost 2-1 to Detroit in his last start. As a Sox fan, I feel historically we always seem to lose against Kansas City. They're sending Edinson Volquez to the mound tonight, one of their World Series heroes. He's allowed 6 runs in each of his last 2 starts. That being said, he does have reasonable career numbers against the White Sox with a 2.89 ERA for his career against them. And his ERA at home, which is 3.89 this year, is almost half of his road ERA of 6.51 this season. Chris Sale is 3-3 with a 3.49 ERA in his last 7 starts and a 3.04 ERA for his career against the Royals. He's 1-0 against them this season in 2 starts. He did allow 2 runs in 7 innings against them, his only appearance in this ballpark earlier in the year. Volquez has struggled a bit in the first innings as well, with an ERA over 8 for that innings. I'm going to play the White Sox on run lines, and I'm going to buy their first inning performance at 8 for a point as well. The Washington Nationals and the Cleveland Indians will get it on today. Max Scherzer and Trevor Bauer face off. These are 2 teams and pitchers trending in opposite directions. After a dismantling by the Twins, the Tribe continued to scuffle over the weekend in the Bronx, and Bauer looks unlikely to offer a huge amount of assistance on his recent performance. After a stretch of dominance early in the year, Bauer has an ERA of 8.37 over 5 starts and unsurprisingly an 0-3 record in that time span. Max Scherzer, on the other hand, struggled in the early stages of the year, particularly allowing home runs. He's turned things around. He's his old dominant self at this point. He's 7-2 with a 1.84 ERA over the last 2 months. He has a distinctly average history against Cleveland, but the majority of those starts obviously came when he was with division rival Detroit. His career ERA is 4.42 against Cleveland, but he hasn't pitched against them in 2 seasons. At this point, on the current form with the teams and the pitchers, I'm happy to take the Nats in this game in the against the Tribe, and I'm certainly hoping that Bryce Harper's neck is better and that he will be back in the lineup, but I'm going to play the Nationals on run lines. The Boston Red Sox and the Yankees, that rivalry is back on tonight. The Yankees haven't really hit this year at all. Now they head into Fenway against their most bitter rivals and bump straight into Rick Porcello, who is 10-0 in 11 starts at Fenway this season with a 3.21 ERA. He's faced the Yankees twice and emerged with a 1.93 ERA this season. The Yankees have brought young Luis Severino back into the rotation, a pitcher who had big struggles when starting earlier this year that we happily capitalised on. He's done a fairly good job in relief outings in recent times, earning another shot at a starter's gig after going 0-6 with a 7.46 ERA in 7 starts, including a 4-run start against these Red Sox earlier this season. Starting is a different ballgame to relief. I will need to see Severino produce, and against the Red Sox he is being thrown into the fire. Even though the Red Sox bats have been in something of a slump recently, with Porcello on the hill, I'm happy to bet on the better hitting lineup in a pitching matchup that isn't even close. I did toy with Boston in the first innings as well. Severino's allowed 4 runs across those 7 starts in the first, but that isn't quite poor enough for me to bite, but I am going to play Boston on run lines in this game. The Atlanta Braves are facing the Milwaukee Brewers today. Willie Peralta returns for the Brewers in place of the injured Junior Guerra. He presents a wonderful opportunity for us today. Peralta, the opening day starter for the Brewers, was nothing short of terrible this year. He went 4-7 with a 6.68 ERA before the Brewers sent him to the minor leagues. I'm not sure why they've recalled him, as he struggled in the AAA since the demotion, going 1-3 with a 6.31 ERA in his 10 minor league starts. Were there really no options performing better for you, Milwaukee? Atlanta will send Terrell Jenkins in opposition. He's 1-2 with a 4.33 ERA on the year, but barring a horror start at Coors Field, and he's not the only pitcher to encounter trouble there, he's not allowed more than 2 runs in any other start he's made. The Braves aren't anything remotely close to a powerhouse offense, but I would anticipate that they're going to get some opportunities to score off of Peralta today, so we'll just need Jenkins to be solid, and this looks an excellent play to me. I do also want to play the Cubbies on the run lines, dependent on the prices, but they're off the board at the minute. Lackey has been solid at Wrigley this year. It's a nice part for the hitter against a powerful lineup, and that's not what Jared Weaver needs to be facing for the Angels today. So I'm going to wait and see what the run lines are. Keep an eye on the Twitter account, because I'm probably going to be posting some Cubs bets on there later on today as well. Best of luck if you are having a play today. Let's get this show on the road. Play ball.